The transfer wheels keep turning at Ibrox, and fast. With Russell Martin's summer rebuild gathering serious momentum, Rangers are now on the brink of finalising yet another key addition to the squad. Behind the scenes, talks have been moving quickly, and despite some last-minute wrangling, a breakthrough has now been reached. It's the latest in a flurry of deals as Martin looks to shape a side ready to hit the ground running, and the timing couldn't be more crucial. So who will be joining the new era at Ibrox? Let's break it down in today's video, along with all the other Rangers news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. But first, Russell Martin pulled on the yellow bib and took his place amongst his players. Tackles and passes were made, instructions and praise were handed out. It was an important and informative 90 minutes. A session under the scorching sun at St George's Park was all part of the process. It is one that is still in its infancy as Martin seeks to impart a new way of playing into a newly assembled squad. The week at the home of English football was put to good use by Martin and his staff, both on and off the park. The work on the grass, which culminated in a closed-doors fixture with Barnsley on Saturday, was intense, while the time away from the pitch saw some old teammates reunited and new ones introduced. Much was said and written about Martin and his football principles before his appointment at Ibrox and in the days after he was confirmed as the new head coach last month. Come kick-off against Panathinaikos, the theory will be put into action. Access to training for members of the media is a semi-regular occurrence over the course of the campaign, but is usually limited to just a few minutes while the warm-ups are being done. One session last week was different. The media was in attendance for all of the work that Martin oversaw as he took part in some of the early collective drills, guided his players through shape work, and then took Xander Hutton aside for specific coaching that was tailored to the right back. It was a look behind the scenes and a chance to see Martin's methods at first hand. His players have spoken about the relentless nature of Martin's work, and the man himself knows the importance of laying the foundations at the first attempt. I think it's all about habits, Martin said. The first couple of weeks have all been about instilling some good habits, and some principles that are going to be, whatever formation we play, are going to be so important. Always important. Whether it's the first minute, the last minute, we're home, away, Europe, the league. So I think it's been about trying to instill some good habits and make sure that does become a habit for us. I think you need a plan with the ball and everything needs to have a why. The lads are really understanding that purpose. There'll be times for us to play really quickly and really aggressively. There'll be times for us to be patient but never slow. It's about being calm but quick. And the ball has to travel quick because the ball travels faster than any player can. So I think they're starting to really understand that now. The more games we play, the more feeling I have of when to change the rhythm of the game. But the ball has to travel all the time, it can't just be stationary. Even if we are a little bit at times have to wait in their position, the ball needs to travel so quick. Now, in a major transfer agreement, Rangers' summer overhaul under Russell Martin has taken another significant step forward, with dynamic winger JD Gassama on the verge of becoming the 7th new arrival at Ibrox. RFC News understands that a £2.5 million deal has been struck in principle with financially troubled Sheffield Wednesday, paving the way for the 21-year-old to be officially unveiled within the next 24 hours. While a few final details are still being ironed out, the path is now clear for Gassama to travel to Glasgow, sign a 4-year contract, and link up with Martin's squad as pre-season preparations intensify. Wednesday, caught in a storm of financial disarray, had been digging in for a higher fee, hoping that late interest from elsewhere might trigger a bidding war. But with negotiations now reaching a successful conclusion, the Hillsborough club has given the green light for the former PSG prospect to head north and finalise the move. Gassama's arrival marks another bold addition to the Martin era. The former Swansea and Southampton boss has wasted no time since replacing Philippe Clement, reshaping the squad with purpose and precision. Rangers had already secured Lyle Cameron on a pre-contract from Dundee during the latter half of last season. Since then, the recruitment drive has accelerated. Midfielder Joe Rothwell joined from Bournemouth, creative spark Thalo Arsgaard arrived from Luton, and young talent Manny Fernandez was brought in from Peterborough. Max Aarons and Nasser Jaiger have also signed on season-long loans from Bournemouth and Wolves respectively, adding depth and pedigree across the pitch. But Martin isn't done yet. The new manager is still targeting further reinforcements, particularly out wide and up front, as he crafts a team he believes can wrestle the title back from Celtic. Rangers have been strongly linked with a loan move for Crystal Palace's exciting winger, Jezorun Raksaki, while Israeli striker Dor Turgaman also remains firmly on the radar. Time is of the essence. Rangers face a crucial early test next Tuesday when they take on Panathinaikos in a high-stakes Champions League qualifier. And as the clock ticks, Martin is pushing relentlessly to have his squad locked in, battle-ready, and brimming with fresh firepower. In other news, Robin Proper's return to FC Twente was supposed to be straightforward. A deal has been struck, both clubs are aligned, and fans in the Netherlands were even expecting a grand unveiling during the club's recent open day. But as the dust settles, the Dutch defender remains in limbo, still a Rangers player, at least for now. Proper arrived at Ibrox last summer in a £1.5 million move, brought in to fill the void left by longtime stalwart Connor Goldson. At 31, the experienced centre-back was viewed as a safe pair of hands, but reality quickly painted a different picture. His stint in Glasgow never truly clicked. While he clocked up 27 Premiership appearances and found the net twice, Proper struggled to impose himself in the more physical Scottish game. Critics pointed to his lack of aggression, and with new boss Russell Martin overseeing a sweeping overhaul of the squad, Proper has found himself edging towards the exit. Twente, the club he once captained and where he made his name, have moved to bring him home. Rangers manager Martin confirmed on Friday that the two clubs had agreed a £1.5 million deal to facilitate the return. All that remained was the final formality, the player's signature. But that formality has proven more complicated than expected. 20 fans flocked to the club's open day at De Grolschwester over the weekend, anticipating the announcement of Proper's comeback. Yet to their disappointment, there was no sign of the Dutchman. No photos, no handshakes, no presentation. Just silence. Dutch journalist Leon ten Voorde, writing in Tubantia, shed light on the delay. According to ten Voorde, Proper is still in negotiations with Rangers, despite the clubs reaching an agreement. The issue, it seems, lies with his contract. Proper still has 3 years remaining on his Ibrox deal, and returning to Twente will mean a significant pay cut. As the Dutch outlet reports, his existing contract has to be compensated for somehow. That unresolved financial hurdle is now the main reason the move hasn't been finalized. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. We post all the latest Rangers news every single day, so make sure you join our fast-growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.